Oh, nanai, oh, nanai. Good evening, welcome to yet another midweek explosion of entertainment right here on #Kwese Sports. Now, joining me in studio tonight is one of my favorite presenters here at Kwese Sports, the queen herself, Kunda.
I don't know why we're saying one of my favorite presenters. I'm obviously his favorite presenter. Now remember, this is all about you, and you can follow all of Kwese Sports social media platforms from Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Join the Kwese Sports community and enjoy the action. Right, Arthur? Who do we have on the show tonight?
All right, so we are talking Arnold Classic Sports Festival with Wayne Price. Who is he, you may ask? Well, Wayne is a former professional strongman competitor from South Africa and was a finalist in the 1995 World's Strongest Man contest. Alongside Wayne, we have Daniel Matroho, who is an IFBB pro bodybuilder. Gents, welcome to the #studio.
Good to be here.
Hey, wow. I'm so grateful that we've got some guys that can teach me how to look like a real Congolese Kanda, you know, gain some muscles, gain some toned bodies. Welcome, guys.
Oh, thank you very much. We're really excited to be part of the program tonight.
Wow. All right. So now I know that you're a strong man. How did you become a strong man?
Through a bet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I did the typical thing in South Africa. I played rugby. And one of the strongman strength athletes at that time, a friend, took me a bet and told me to come take part in a man's sport. And
wasn't rugby a man's sport?
Well, apparently not. And then he said to me, you know what, we took a bet for a case of Coke.
Wow.
And I said to him, just give me the date and time. And we went to this event. I beat him. He retired. He never competed again.
And you ended up competing in the strongman?
And I ended up competing professionally in the strongman.
Kunda, what can we bet on live right now in front of Africa? What can we bet on live?
What can we bet on? It doesn't matter what I bet on. You think you're going to get to this?
Oh,
you think
my gosh, I know I can get to this. Daniel, welcome to the show, brother.
Yes, Jim.
Hey, how did you get involved in pro bodybuilding?
Yeah, I started by playing soccer, but I was getting compliments while I was playing soccer
from the ladies?
Yeah.
They're the only compliments that matter from the ladies, obviously.
Yeah, from different people. But,
okay.
They were saying I was having a nice body and everything. Then I met a guy, he said, he was a friend of mine. He said to me, let's go and join the gym so that you can look more better than that. But I didn't want to take it serious because I didn't want to be this big. I didn't want this body. I had a picture that I want, just to have a nice body, a physique body. Then, but while I was training, I took it far. Then I wanted more and more.
Wow, more and more. I want more and more. I want more and more.
You need just a little bit more, not too much. Yeah. You're perfect, Arthur. We love you just like that.
Oh.
Now let's speak about the Arnold Classic. Wayne, you're very heavily involved in that. Can you tell us a little bit more about the event?
Well, the Arnold is an amazing project to be part of because at the end of the day, I took a team to Columbus, Ohio, where this originated in, and it's happened now there for 32 years in Columbus. And I took a team there, and I heard Arnold, while I was sitting in the audience, say he wants to take this event to all the continents. And at that stage, it was in South America, it was already in Europe. It then went to Melbourne, Australia, and as at me, always ready for a challenge, put up my hand and said, well, let's take it to Africa.
Ooh.
And it took a while to get that conversation completed within the partnership. And now, yes, now we sit in a partnership with Arnold for Africa. And in our 4th year as an event, we are so excited because we've had such an incredible buy-in from the sporting community. And I always say that the success of this Arnold is because we love sport in this country.
Wow. Surely there are some challenges and issues you faced in establishing this as a footprint on the African continent.
It did, because, you know, every one of the continents and their partners have obviously some strengths in what they do. In Brazil, for instance, Anna and Philippi, the partners there, have got a huge strength in exhibition, in the expo side of it.
Yeah.
So the Arnold itself is built around a trade expo. So we have a huge strength in the sport element because we got over 80 sporting activations part of the event over 3 days. To give you an idea, we got over 20,000 participants registered for this weekend coming.
I mean, how do you even get ready for an event like that, eh?
Yeah, well, of those 20,000, Daniel, you are one of them competing this week in front of Arnold himself.
Yay.
That must be so exciting. Tell us how you prepared for the event.
This one, it was the toughest preparation I've ever done. Took a lot, especially if I'm doing everything by myself, like food and everything, and being helped by my wife, preparing all those food that I'm taking. It took a strain.
Wow, so your wife is also a part of your preparation.
She's everything. She's everything. Everything that I've built. Yeah, without her, I will never be this, because even though she's tired, she's always preparing my 12 meals.
12 meals?
Every day, 12 meals on
Is that a day? 12 meals a day?
Yeah, every day.
Can you give us just the first 2 or 3 meals? What does that consist of?
Yeah, normally I don't go different. It's almost same meals.
Okay.
Maybe I can go salmon and green peas.
Yeah.
And maybe it can be chicken breast and broccoli.
Wow.
Then again, and maybe egg and salmon. But it's same, but...
Oh, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
But that sounds pretty healthy. It doesn't seem like that would bulk you up. You know, like
Yes.
salmon and veggies and fish and stuff.
So what I'm doing is, that's why I'm eating 12 meals, so that I can maintain the size.
Okay.
Because when you start cutting down the carbohydrates, you start losing more size. So that's why I'm pushing my high protein and high fiber, so that I can maintain the size at the same time. But no salt, no sugar.
No salt, no sugar. Oh, man.
3 months.
I just feel so motivated now to live such a healthy lifestyle. Are you never tempted to, like, get just a piece of cake or, like, you know, a scone? Because I've got a massive sweet tooth, Daniel.
The cravings are there, but you need to be strong. I'll say food is like, I'll say it's like if someone is smoking or something, when you want to stop. It's difficult. Even though we used of eating carbohydrates and everything, when you start introducing something new to your body, so it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
So you need to be strong. You need to know what you want to do. But eventually the body accepts. Then you start getting used to what you're eating.
Lovely. Cool. Now, wait, talking about the classic, now you've added, is it 23, 28 extra disciplines? Tell us a little bit more about those ones and what's made you sort of expand in the 4th year.
Well, the expansion has happened because of the demand, because of the request, because right in the beginning, our commitment when we established the Arnold Classic Africa was to work with the federations in our country, the recognized federations. And because Arnold, again, I want to go back to him, because Arnold says he calls this his fitness crusade. And he wants to get people involved. He wants to get people off the couches, no matter what it is. He just wants to get people moving. And so at the end of the day, our federations was involved because we know at the end of the day, this is an incredible platform for them to showcase on. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So to take an athlete like Daniel and many other athletes that compete in the chess, in the fencing, in the pool, in the underwater hockey, it's all an opportunity for them to be able to showcase themselves in this incredible platform.
There's even body painting.
Yes.
There's karate, there's body painting, there's chess. I mean, this is incredible.
But that takes it further. So again, taking the thing that there's something for everyone. There's Arnold's beauty pageant. There's Arnold's Got Talent.
Wow.
There's Arnold's Artistic. So at the end of the day, even your artist side comes out into it. So it's really, last year, our winners of our Arnold Got Talent, they went and they won a huge prize money, and they were able to go to the other Arnolds in Columbus, Ohio. And this is what it's all about. Arnold wants to create this interglobal event that everybody can be part of.
Yeah, and there's even the Come and Try initiative, you know, that makes it even more inclusive. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, that's a cool thing about it, because at the end of the day, you know, you have a youngster coming to the multi-sport event. And I know this for example, because it's happened to a friend of mine. He brought his sons, they were playing rugby, and they came and through the event, they had the opportunity to come and try fencing. Both these youngsters are now in the fencing federation.
Wow.
Sure.
It's not because of that, it's just because it was something else they were shown and exposed to. So you have this wonderful platform where you have over 80 sporting codes involved. You have the festival, you can go and again, we share communities, because normally what would happen, fencing would be in some hall, somewhere having an event, and you'll have weightlifting in another hall having now you're bringing everybody in all these communities to share this together.
Wow. Wayne, I know that you've got a trained eye. Like, where do you see myself and Kandai competing?
Well, Arthur, I was thinking around the pole fitness.
Wow,
Oh,
okay.
is that for Arthur?
For Arthur.
For Arthur, okay.
All right. And how about Kandai?
I
don't even think I'd last.
see you doing pole fitness, Arthur. You're very flexible. So I've seen you.
And I'm saying that because I take my huge respect to the girls and the guys with the pole discipline. That is so difficult.
Wow, what makes it difficult?
Well, I tell you what, I mean, you see what they do with regards to the type of movements that they do on the pole. And the stability and the core strength you
Yeah,
must
that
have.
upper body strength to just constantly be holding yourself up.
It's
That's
huge.
crazy.
I don't know if you've ever tried it, but I mean, you just try and get yourself up there. Never mind even being up there and holding. No, it's a huge respect. And the girls are doing so well with it. And that's now, I mean, that's an international event.
Wow.
It's a worldwide event.
You know, especially with how women's sports has been taken across the globe, how has the representation of women been in bodybuilding?
It's really been well. I mean, at the end of the day, we got more categories that have now facilitated for a lot more of our female athletes, like into beach bikini, fitness bikini. So it's not all just about the muscular look.
Yes.
It's all about a toned beach natural look. And a lot of the girls are obviously in those categories compete in our model search events and things like that. So we're really excited because across the spectrum of the Arnold, we got a great representation of both male and female, and also our disability. We got a youngster playing on Friday in chess with no arms.
Wow.
And we got our autism, and we got our wheelchair participants, which is really exciting because...
Oh, that's a special story.
Again, it comes down to what Arnold says. It's an equal playing field and equal for everyone. Everyone's welcome to compete.
Oh, Kandai, what do you say to that, eh?
Jeez, I mean, I feel like next year it might be me. I might find some way to just slot myself in definitely for next year.
Oh,
yeah.
Daniel, I mean, just hearing all of these great stories and incredible people and how they've just made, you know, you who you are today, who are you grateful for the most? Who are you grateful for the most that's helped you through your journey?
No, mentors.
No, I would say my coach, and I was looking, since I started training, Arnold was the guy that I wanted to look like him.
Yeah.
And like this, the proportion and everything, I wanted to look like him. Even my coach is doing a great job to get me where I want to be. Even also my wife with the meals and stuff. And
wow.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to younger kids who want to get into bodybuilding?
Now I'll tell them that bodybuilding is a long-term sport. They mustn't rush to get big or do wrong things. They must just focus and work hard. They must know that it's a long-term sport.
Wow.
You'll get there eventually. So you must hold on and stay focused and know what you want and work hard.
Wow, spoken like a true champion, right? All right, so for our viewers at home, where can they get tickets?
Well, the easiest is the tickets are sold through WebTicket, or they can go onto our webpage with ArnoldClassicAfrica.com, and they can follow the pathway from there to get the tickets. There's various options, and it's a weekend full of fun, and it's a family event. You know, anyone and everyone can come because, as I said, it's something for everyone.
Oh, fantastic. I can't believe we've got to say goodbye to, you know, Wayne and Daniel Kandai. Oh, my goodness. Very quickly, before we let you go, where can your viewers and fans get in touch with you on social media?
Well, they obviously, we on our, as I said, our webpage. That'll carry all our links to our Instagram pages, our Twitter pages, and Facebook pages. And, yeah, we always welcome the guys to get on there and to support us and help us with comments and tag us into things they want and see in the next events, because that's where we follow, is we want the people that come to the event to be part of it.
All right. Fantastic. This is going to be a wonderful event. Wayne and Daniel, we wish you all the best of luck for the event. The Quest Sports team will be supporting, and Azihlo will be there this weekend to capture all the action from the event.
Coming up, Arthur got to sit down with John Aliu to discuss all things football, our Premier League, Champions League, Manchester City and Liverpool. But first, Zihlo is on the social media hunt for all the juicy stories making gossip headlines. Let's see what she has for us today.
How are you doing, hashtaggers? You know what time it is. Starting here in Africa, things almost went south for Polokwane forward Walter Musona, who is the younger brother to Knowledge, who plays for Belgian side Lokeren. Apparently, he was caught up in an appliance heist in Limpopo and was arrested for being part of an organized crime syndicate that dealt in moving flat TVs and other stolen goods from South Africa to Zimbabwe. Luckily for him, the charges were dropped after he provided evidence that his friend was the one who used his car. Clearly, somebody needs a bit of knowledge on choosing friends. Moving all the way to North Africa, Egypt's Mohamed Salah may have won his second successive Golden Boot for the best player in the Premier League. However, his daughter just stole the limelight from him. The Liverpool striker had just finished a winning match against Wolverhampton Wanderers when 4-year-old Maka entered stage left, began dribbling the ball from well outside the penalty area towards the goal at the Kop end of Anfield, where Liverpool's most ardent fans sit. She showed deft ball control before stabbing a shot into the net to sustained applause from admiring Kopites. Mohamed Salah shared the Golden Boot with his teammate Senegalese Sadio Mane and Gabonese Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang of Arsenal. The African trio all scored 22 goals this season. Unfortunately for Salah and Mane, their goals were 1 point too little to win the Premier League title. You would think that famous footballers would trademark their names the minute they signed with a big club, but sadly, that is not the case for Neymar Jr. It all started in 2013 when Portuguese businessman Carlos Moreira successfully signed with the EU intellectual property to trademark the name Neymar for his sports clothing brand. Shortly after that, Neymar finally got the idea to trademark his name, only to find out that he didn't have the right to it. The dodgy Moreira claimed not to know that Neymar was a footballer and just liked the sound of the name. But he was caught lying when he also tried to trademark Iker Casillas, who was a famous Spanish goalkeeper. To keep the long story short, Neymar won the case and retained his name, which he eventually trademarked. Lesson of the day, kids: if you're lacking in wits, money talks. That's all we have today, and do comment on the stories using the social media platforms. Catch you next week. Bye for now.
All right, thanks for still watching Kwese Sports. Joining me in studio right now is Kwese Sports' very own John Aliu. John, welcome back to the hot seat. It's great to have you, brother, man.
Thank you very much, Arthur. It's good to be back in your studio.
Right?
I thought you were not going to invite me again forever.
Well, after Manchester City won the title, I thought we are not going to have John back to be talking football. And speaking about, the closure of the 2018-19 campaign, what a season we encountered, John.
Also, one of the best seasons you will ever see. I've been watching the Premier League for about 20 years now. I can tell you this season was simply exciting, dramatic, and unpredictable. In fact, we saw everything this season. 1,072 goals scored. Wow. That is a record number for number of goals scored in any Premier League season since it was, revamped back in 1992. We also saw the fastest goal scored this season in the history of the Premier League, Shane Long. We saw the youngest ever player in the history of the Premier League. That was Wayne Elliott from Fulham. So the season, I think, was holistically, interesting and one that we will remember for a very long time.
Well, I'm going to be honest, all right? When that first goal came, when Manchester City conceded that goal, Pep Guardiola took his jersey off. He looked kind of under pressure. At that moment, did you think he's lost it all?
Well, at that point in time, it was like, to hell with the winter. Take off the jacket now, because we are facing the main thing right now, and that's the job of the Premier League. We saw it down to the fine margins. We saw it down to the last goals there. Yes. And many people will say, apart from the back and forth and tension of that final day and drama, probably the title was won by 11 centimeters. Don't forget, Liverpool against City, the return leg that was played at Etihad, where Liverpool actually lost 2-1. That was the only game they lost. There was a goal line clearance, which the goal line technology ruled out by 11 centimeters. So the title was decided by inches, not just the back and forth final day goals.
John, what is Manchester City and Liverpool doing better than any other club?
Also, it's very simple. They are scoring and conceding less. City, they scored about 106 goals last season. They scored 95 this time around. Liverpool scored 89 goals, and they concede less. It's very simple. It's not rocket science. If you score goals and you concede less, of course, you rack up the points. Liverpool, they had the best defense in the entire league, 22 goals conceded.
Can any club beat Manchester City? I feel like Pep Guardiola and the model he's instilled in Premier League is just unfathomed.
Well, when I look at what Pep has done, really, it's magical. Wow. I bumped into his stats on social media, and it was, if you look at his league accumulation of points throughout his managerial league career, he's accumulated 906 points out of a total 1,104. That's an 82% success rate. Wow. Now, that is first class. That is master class from Pep Guardiola. And, of course, he's won 26 titles.
Yes.
That's an average of 1 title every 23 games. Oh. So, I think City, they invested wisely. They signed very well, and they got one of the best master tacticians in the history of the game.
Wow, did Liverpool not also win it, you know, with getting Virgil van Dijk from Southampton at the beginning of last season?
Yeah, well, I think they identified the weak link in their team. That was the defense, and they addressed it, like I say, in style.
Lovren, but what is he still doing in the mix? I feel like he needs to be...
No, I think they signed well. Okay. They got Alisson, who won the Golden Glove Award for the number of clean sheets. They also had Virgil van Dijk, 75 million, the award fee for a defender. So I think they addressed those positions, and Van Dijk, PFA Player of the Year. Of course, he won a rack up of the awards. He was in the team of the season. So I think Klopp, yes, I think he got his signings right, and of course, they gave City a very good run for their money.
I'm happy that you say that, John. I'm kind of a bit of in a conflict, you know. Manchester City won the league, but wasn't Liverpool the better side this season?
I don't think the table lies, seriously. Yes, Liverpool lost just 1 game. I understand that. But when you look at the entire season into context, City were simply, the best team. Let's be frank. But yeah, Liverpool, they actually gave it a very good run. They picked up points when necessary. But those draws to Crystal Palace and Leicester were very detrimental. If you're chasing City these days, you need to be at 100% level. And right now, with the way the season ended, you need about 100 points to compete for the title.
The treble is next online. Can they go for it?
Who are they playing in the finals? Watford. Do you think do you think Watford can beat City?
Yeah, a passionate English club.
I know football fans now will say the madness is running around the Champions League.
Yes.
Nothing is predictable, but City, they've got too many title winners in the team. I don't think they will choke in the final. I think they've got more quality than Watford, and I think they will get it through.
Klopp also hasn't won a final. The Champions League finals against Tottenham Hotspur. We know how historic that week was for English football. Your take on that?
Well, of course, after that miracle of Anfield, no one saw that coming. 4-0 against easily, some would say, the best team in the world. How they will fare against Tottenham, well, I think they should have learned from their lessons. Although when you look at the track record of Klopp losing the finals, it may just, count against him, psychologically. But this is the Champions League final, and I believe with Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, the form defense repeated this season, hoping, of course, there will be no Sergio Ramos to injure Mohamed Salah's shoulder again in the finals.
Yes.
So we're expecting a very good outing there. But I think Liverpool this time around, this title is, designed for them after the very good run they put in the Premier League.
Oh, nice one. We're still talking football here and Premier League. Ole Solskjaer, the Manchester United gaffer. How much time does he have at Old Trafford?
I think United, they actually should have stuck to their original mandate of giving him the job at the end of the season.
Okay.
Because I think everything just went down the wires and the results are not good. The players, let's be frank, are not good enough.
Wow.
And when you look at the United...
That's a bold statement, John.
That's a bold statement. When you look at United defense, the 5 of them, Rojo, Bailey, Jones, Smalling, and even, who else again? None of them will start for Liverpool. None of the United defenders will start for City.
Well, we know why they never start for Liverpool. They are diehard Red Devil fans.
I'm talking quality now. I'm talking quality.
Right.
Alexis Sanchez, big flop. Now, the issue with Pogba, we're not sure whether he's going or not. So I think the United issue cuts down from the board into, on the pitch issues, and they have to address it as soon as possible. Is he the right man for the job? I don't think he has that pull to attract some of the top best players.
Well, we'll have to wait for the beginning of the 2019-20 season. All right, so you're an Arsenal fan.
All right. Yes.
And they're in the final of the Europa League against my team, Chelsea. Do you really think you have what it takes to take us down?
You said it already. We have what it takes, and we're going to take you down. We've got the master tactician of the Europa League.
Oh, Unai Emery.
Unai Emery he wins it in his dreams.
Yeah.
Don't get it. And even Arsenal, we started our parade celebrations before the game against Napoli.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, we made us plan. So, Arthur, I'm sorry. they are getting this title.
All right, why did it take Unai Emery such a long time to implement his philosophy at Emirates Stadium?
He's a new coach, of course, new set of players, and he got a couple of signings that he needed to blood into the picture. We also had the conundrum with Ozil and all that, but I think it's not too bad for a first season. He's done very well. And of course, with probably the new signings to come in during the transfer window and addressing the defense, Arsenal considered 51 goals in the Premier League this season.
Wow.
That's scary. So I think if he can address the defense, we are in for a very strong Arsenal side moving forward.
Wow, a very strong team indeed. Wow, I actually can't believe what's going to happen on the final, but I can't wait for who is going to walk away with the championship titles. On to Champions League final on the 1st of June in Madrid. And again, we've spoken about the venue.
Yes.
It's the home of Atletico Madrid.
True, the Wanda Metropolitano. I simply can't wait. I've seen the stadium exotic. Well, I see ready for football. And I don't think Liverpool and Tottenham will have a better opportunity to actually win it. They both deserve it, really.
Yes.
Tottenham against Ajax, that was a miracle.
Indeed, I mean, the emotion on Mauricio Pochettino's face when they won, when that third goal came in the 93rd minute, just so that, you know, it's Tottenham is here and they're here to stay. You're an Arsenal fan, all right?
So you mean I can't talk about Champions League matters now?
Of course, you can't talk about Champions League.
Next season, Arsenal will be in the finals of the Champions League.
I wonder if that's really going to happen.
In 2 seasons' time, don't worry.
Do you think Tottenham have what it takes to cause an upset against Liverpool? Really?
It's very possible. It's the finals of the competition. It's 90 minutes. Anything can happen in football right now. So I think Tottenham, they understand Liverpool very well compared to what probably Ajax would have presented Liverpool. So I'm looking at a very typical English game. Lots of force, lots of pressing, lots of energy, lots of running around. And who wants it most? Will I say we'll just get it. Hopefully, Kane will fit so we can see, will I say, all the big names present this time around.
Oh, man, he's a big headline name. If he's on the starting lineup, we're expecting some goals. I mean, and this is an opportunity to validate the incredible season Tottenham Hotspur.
That's very true. And no one saw that coming. Even, well, I said they had so many unsung heroes this season.
Many.
When Kane was injured, Son Min-hyun stepped up. When he was even misfiring in the semi-finals, it was Lucas Moura who popped up with a hat-trick. So I think, well, I said Tottenham is more of a collective unit when compared to Liverpool, who, of course, they play collectively very well, and also individually, the fullbacks, the strikers, the midfielders, everybody is more like a holistic effort in hosting teams.
All right, so I know that it's less than a 50-day countdown to AFCON that takes place in Egypt. The African players have shined in Premier League. Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and of course Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for Golden Boot race.
22 goals. Yeah. I'm not so pleased with their returns in the Champions League compared to last season when they scored in double figures, but I'm looking forward to an exciting end to the season, and hopefully the African players, our African brothers, they can actually lay their hands on the Champions League. But whichever way it goes, we have Africans on both sides. Serge Aurier, Victor Wanyama for Tottenham, Liverpool, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, even Naby Keita. So however it pans out, we have an African presence in the finals of the Champions League.
Oh, I love it. All right, so that's it. Time is up, John.
So painful.
Hey?
Next time I need 45 minutes, please.
Wow, did you hear that, producer? 45 minutes. But again, thank you for coming through onto the show. And
I appreciate it.
I can't wait until we talk football. It was great to have your insight on the beautiful game. And don't forget, Arnold Classic this weekend at the Santon Convention Center. Until next week, same time, same place. Goodbye for now.
It's simple.